Hello, this is Azrael. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I recently did this video. I need to redo it again. Something messed up about it. But anyway, this was going to be a ghost story of me as a child when I was sleeping in this metal bed. And the metal bed was a high frame. You could actually crawl under the bed and make a fort out of it if you put a sheet over it. It was quite spacious. So anyways, one night this bed started shaking, and I thought it was my sisters at first, because again, like I said, I thought they were under the bed, goofing off and shaking the bed. And to make a long story short, their bedroom that they shared was across the hall. And when I when I looked, I saw them in their own beds, and they were talking and so forth from across the hall. So I'm like, whoa, okay, what the fuck is like what's going on, right? So the bed started shaking again, and when it did this, I opened up my eyes to peek under the covers, out from underneath the covers, and this long feminine-like hand that was longer than it should be. Quite literally, the forearm looked to be almost twice as long as it should be. It was real long fingers, and it put out its index finger, and it went right there in my eye. And of course, I jumped up screaming and all in pain, and my mom, my sisters, they all run. I said, hey, what's wrong? And I told them my story. My sister's kind of skeptical. My mom, because she's seen spirits all her life too, she was more sympathetic. Well, later on that night, I still do this to this day. I sleep on a cot sometimes, made on the floor, with a fan top of my head, with a sheet tied to it, so it makes like a kind of like a bubble, kind of like a little fort. And I refuse to sleep in that bed, and I'm like, well, there's no under the bed this time. There's nothing for anything to hide. But later on that night, I woke up to being extra cold, and then I heard a voice in a rough voice saying, hi there, little one. And I began to tense up, and I'm like, who's that? Who's this? Who are you? And he said, don't be too scared. I'm not going to kill you, but I am going to have fun with you. And I'm like, what? And about that time, I had the pressure on my back, and then it commenced sliding me across the floor. It dragged me down the hall and into the kitchen. And after a bit, me being scared, crying a little bit, there's an unseen force dragging me from point A to point B around the house. And then it brought me back. He says, I'm going to take you back now. And it took me back to where I was sleeping. And I said, I asked, why are you doing this to me? And it actually replied, no offense, little one, but we need to feed. And that put a block. My mom couldn't understand that when I told her, and it wasn't really until we had a witch move in. We were living in a duplex, okay, and a person moved in the back of the duplex, and one day they were talking about ghost stories, and I chimed in, and I told them that, and they said, well, low-level spirits, they said, sometimes feed off fear. And that made sense after a while. So I'm thinking, so this ghost, or this spirit, or this low-level entity was somewhat compassionate, I guess, but it was still trying to scare me. So anyways, that's why the name of this video is The Terribly Honest Ghost, because to this day, I think about it from time to time, and I'm thinking it scared the shit out of me, but it acted as if it didn't really want to do it. So yeah, and there's a lot more stories from that specific house, even as I got older, which of course I'll go into. Previously, anyways, this was a redo of the video because I didn't like the way it edited out. So anyways, thank you for listening. Like and subscribe. Thank you.